Hello, beautiful souls. I want to invite you into a story today that's going to transform the way you understand the world around you, and even more importantly, how you understand yourself. This isn't just another ordinary tale, but rather a cosmic revelation, one that will shine a light on the hidden power within you, a power that has been with you all along, quietly waiting for you to recognize it. It's time to awaken to the incredible unseen force that pulses within your very being, a force so pure and spontaneous that it reaches into the divine realms and causes celestial ripples that we can't even begin to comprehend. Now, before you begin to wonder, what is this story about? Let me assure you, it's not about some extraordinary heroic act or miraculous grand gesture that would make a headline. It's not about the kind of act that the world might typically praise or reward. No, this story is about something much quieter, something much simpler and yet infinitely more powerful. It's about you, a regular person living an everyday life, possibly feeling misunderstood, unnoticed, or even disconnected from the grand scheme of things. And yet, in a single, seemingly insignificant moment, you did something so pure, so selfless, that it touched the heart of the divine itself. You made God laugh. Yes, you read that right. You made the Creator, the source of all things, burst into pure, joyous laughter. And this act, my friend, was something that even the devil himself could not have anticipated. It might seem strange to hear that you, in your everyday existence, did something that moved the heavens so profoundly. You might be thinking, who me? I don't have any divine powers. I'm not a saint. I'm just me. And I get it. I know it might be hard to believe. But that's exactly why I'm here today, to guide you through this journey, to reveal something truly extraordinary about your own soul, something so pure that it changed everything on a cosmic scale. Have you ever done something kind, something that came from deep within you without thinking twice, something that you didn't do for recognition or praise? Maybe you helped someone when no one was looking, or maybe you gave when you didn't have enough for yourself. Perhaps it was a smile, a simple act of grace or compassion that nobody saw, and yet it carried the kind of energy that had the power to ripple through time and space, touching not just the person you helped, but all of existence. This is the story I'm about to share with you. It's a story of how your pure, spontaneous kindness, an act so small, you might have already forgotten it, reached the very heart of God. How it made the heavens rejoice and set off a chain reaction that even the devil, the accuser of souls, couldn't challenge. But more than that, it's the story of how this singular moment revealed the truth about who you really are, the divine essence that flows through you, and how it can change the world around you. So, what happened 3 weeks ago? What did you do that was so powerful, so profound, that it made God Himself laugh with joy? The answer lies in something far more significant than you might think. Let me take you back to that moment. Picture this. You were walking down the street, lost in your own thoughts. You had your own problems weighing on you, perhaps things that others didn't see, financial struggles, relationships that drained your energy, maybe even a deep sense of loneliness that you kept hidden. It's easy to feel like nobody understands the burdens we carry, especially when the world only sees what we choose to show. But in the midst of all this, something happened, something unexpected. As you walked along, lost in your own world, you saw someone in need. Maybe they didn't look like they were in a life-threatening situation. Maybe they weren't crying out for help, but they were in need. It wasn't a dramatic scene, no cameras filming, no audience to cheer you on. It was just you and them, in a moment nobody else would witness. But in that very moment, your heart didn't hesitate. Without thinking about it, without calculating whether it was convenient, you acted. You helped. You didn't stop to ask yourself if that person deserved your kindness. You didn't wonder if it would be worth it in the long run. You didn't consider if you'd get something in return. It was just instinct. You gave because your heart knew no other way to be. You responded in a way that came naturally without thought, like breathing. Maybe you gave money to someone in need despite your own financial troubles. Maybe you carried a heavy load for someone who seemed overwhelmed. Perhaps you defended someone who was being mistreated, knowing that silence could have spared you from conflict. Or maybe, just maybe, you smiled at someone who looked utterly defeated. And that smile was the first light they had seen in weeks. But here's the thing. It wasn't about the specific action you took. It wasn't about the money or the heavy lifting or the defense. It was about the purity of your soul, the genuine goodness that you exude without even thinking about it. You didn't perform this act because it was the right thing to do, or because you were following a set of rules or instructions. No, you did it because it was just who you are. Your soul's default setting is kindness. You acted from your essence, from the purest, most authentic part of yourself. And that, my friend, is what made God laugh. Not just smile, not just feel a little pleased, but laugh with pure, overwhelming joy. Why? Because your spontaneous kindness revealed something extraordinary, something rare and beautiful. It revealed that your soul is so pure, so unaffected by the corruption of the world that it manifests goodness effortlessly. In the next few moments, I'll walk you through why this spontaneous act, this seemingly insignificant moment, had such profound spiritual consequences, why it made the very heart of the universe rejoice, and how it revealed that you are part of a much bigger story than you realize. A story that has been unfolding for centuries, and in which you play a crucial role. You see, what you did wasn't just an ordinary kind gesture. It was an act that transcended time and space. It reached the heavens and moved even the eternal accuser to silence. Now let's dive deeper into this revelation. I want to show you how this small everyday act is connected to something much bigger, something that has been hidden from many. You're not just a passive observer of your own life. You are an active participant in something cosmic, something divine. You are a chosen one, and it's time to understand why. As you stand there reflecting on the moment 3 weeks ago, it's important to realize that what you did wasn't just another act of kindness in a long series of mundane exchanges we have every day. No, this particular moment was different. This moment, this seemingly insignificant gesture, caught the attention of the divine in a way that few actions do. And while you might not have thought twice about it at the time, there was something far deeper at play. You see, the nature of your kindness wasn't calculated. It wasn't a result of some moral obligation or spiritual practice that had been ingrained in you. It wasn't a part of your weekly good deeds checklist or a strategy to feel better about yourself. It came from a place so deep within you, so automatic, that it revealed something essential about who you are at your core. It came from a purity of spirit, a spontaneous, unfiltered kindness that doesn't ask, "What's in it for me?" In that fleeting moment, you didn't pause to think about the consequences. You didn't stop to evaluate whether it was the right time to help, or if you could afford to be kind in that particular moment. Your soul, in its deepest essence, just knew. It knew that someone was in need, and it responded accordingly. Your instinct was to give, to help, to share, to offer something of yourself without even a second thought. But what does that really mean? What is it about this kind of kindness that made the heavens respond in such a way? How is it that an action so small, so seemingly insignificant, could resonate on a spiritual frequency so high that even the divine took notice? It's important to understand the distinction between calculated kindness and spontaneous kindness. We've all been taught to be kind, whether through religion, upbringing, or social norms. And while these acts are meaningful, they often come with a layer of calculation. Maybe you're helping someone because it's the right thing to do or because you want to be seen as a good person. Perhaps you're thinking about the potential rewards or recognition that might come from it, a sense of validation, a feeling of moral superiority, or maybe even the hope of receiving something in return. These kinds of kindnesses are often thoughtful and deliberate, and there's nothing wrong with them. But they are born from the intellect, from the mind. Spontaneous kindness, however, comes from a completely different place. It's instinctual. It's natural. It's heart-driven. When you act with spontaneous kindness, there's no mental calculation, no weighing of options. You don't stop to ask, am I getting anything out of this? Is it worth it? Will anyone appreciate me? You just do. It's an automatic reaction that comes from the deepest part of your being, the part of you that is still pure and unaffected by the conditioning of the world. And that is what makes it so incredibly powerful. In your case, the act you performed was spontaneous, and it revealed the purity that resides in your soul. This is the purity that the divine cherishes more than any other. God didn't laugh because you were following a rule or fulfilling an obligation. God laughed because your heart was so in alignment with divine goodness that you acted in perfect harmony with the essence of love itself. There were no conditions, no filters, no expectations, just pure love manifested in action. So what was the act? Was it something grand? Perhaps in the eyes of others, it wouldn't have even registered as a monumental event. Maybe it was a smile, a gesture of help to someone who was struggling, a word of encouragement at the right moment. It could have been something as simple as giving a little bit of your time, energy, or resources to someone who needed it. But what mattered wasn't the gesture itself. What mattered was the spirit behind it, the purity and authenticity of your intention. Now I know what you might be thinking. I didn't do anything special. I just helped someone out, and that's what anyone would do. That's where the magic lies, though. Most people, when faced with an opportunity to show kindness, hesitate. They pause and analyze. They ask themselves, should I help? Will I get anything out of it? Is this person deserving of my kindness? But you, my friend, acted without hesitation, without pause, and without any expectation of return. You responded from a place of pure goodness, not out of duty or obligation, but because it was who you are. It's in these moments of uncalculated kindness that we see the true nature of your spirit. And that's what caught God's attention. Your spontaneous gesture didn't just help the person in need. It revealed the profound beauty of your soul. It was like a light shining through the cracks of the world's cynicism, showing that purity still exists and that purity is powerful. It's not an easy thing to maintain purity in this world. We live in a society that often rewards calculation, manipulation, and self-interest. We're constantly taught to think about our own needs and desires, first to be shrewd, to be strategic, to consider the cost-benefit analysis of every decision we make. And in many ways, we're conditioned to believe that kindness is something to be measured, a transaction, not a gift. But when you acted that day, you weren't calculating anything. You weren't doing it for the likes, the praise, or the return. You did it because it was you. You gave because your soul knew no other way to be. And that is what the divine sees. God doesn't just see the external act of kindness. God sees the heart behind the action, the spontaneity, the purity, the unselfishness of it all. The way your soul responded instinctively like a child who doesn't hesitate to help when they see someone in need. That's the kind of innocence and beauty that catches the divine's attention. And that's why God laughed with joy. Because in that moment, he saw a soul so pure, so untouched by the world's corruption, that it was like a breath of fresh air in a world that often feels suffocating. It's not an exaggeration to say that this act of kindness was rare. And I'm not just talking about the rarity of kindness in general, but the rarity of kindness that comes without an ounce of calculation that flows effortlessly from the heart. It's rare because in a world that often feels like it's losing its sense of goodness, it's easy to become cynical, to shut down, to stop giving, because we fear that we'll be taken advantage of. But you didn't stop. Even after all the challenges and betrayals you faced, you didn't let the world's harshness corrupt your soul. You chose to remain pure, and that is why your kindness was so impactful. It wasn't just an isolated act. It was the culmination of years of choosing kindness despite everything that tried to make you harden your heart. And that's where the true power lies, in the consistency of your purity, the way it shines through despite the darkness around you. It's in those small, seemingly insignificant moments that your soul's authenticity is revealed. God didn't just notice the one act you performed 3 weeks ago. He's been watching you for years, seeing every moment where you chose to remain kind, despite the world trying to make you cynical. He's seen every instance where you gave, even when you had little to give. He's witnessed your generosity, your forgiveness, your love, and the way you've resisted bitterness and hate. And when he saw that you could still act with such authenticity, even when life had given you every reason to stop, that's when he laughed. That's when he rejoiced. In that single, spontaneous act of kindness, God didn't just witness your generosity, he witnessed the truth of who you are. And that truth brought joy to his heart. Because in that moment, he saw that your soul remains unbroken, uncorrupted, and aligned with the divine essence of love. And that, my friend, is why your gesture had such an extraordinary impact. Because in a world that often feels void of genuine goodness, your purity became a beacon of hope. So the next time you doubt the significance of your actions, remember this: that seemingly small moment, that single act of kindness caused God himself to laugh with joy. It was that powerful. And as we move forward in this journey, we'll explore why this purity of spirit is so rare, why it is so treasured, and how it has the power to shift the very fabric of your life. Stay with me, because what's coming next is going to reveal how this single act of kindness has set a chain of events in motion that even the devil didn't expect. As we move deeper into the story, I want you to understand that this single act of spontaneous kindness wasn't just an isolated event. It was a powerful cosmic occurrence that rippled across spiritual dimensions, creating a chain reaction that not only changed your life, but altered the course of spiritual history itself. This act of purity, this raw, unfiltered expression of your true self, didn't just bring joy to God's heart. It set into motion something far more profound than you might even realize. You see, what happened in that moment was not merely a reflection of your own goodness. It revealed a greater cosmic truth, one that the heavens had been waiting to witness for a long time. And in doing so, it also validated you, not just as someone who is kind, but as someone whose kindness is spiritually significant, so much so that it moved the very foundations of celestial realms. Let's begin by examining what occurred in the spiritual realm when God laughed with joy at your gesture. This was no mere moment of divine pleasure. No, it was a moment of divine validation. God wasn't just acknowledging your kindness. He was recognizing the authenticity of your soul. He was seeing a purity so profound, so rare, that it was cause for cosmic celebration. But why is this act so significant? Why does it carry such weight in the divine realm? The answer lies in the nature of divine joy. You see, there's a distinct difference between the kind of joy that God experiences when witnessing acts of kindness and the satisfaction that a teacher might feel when their student completes an exercise correctly. When God laughs with joy, it's not because you followed the rules or because you fulfilled some predetermined set of expectations. It's because you've manifested something deeper than human understanding, a purity that comes from the soul, a generosity that cannot be calculated or manipulated. When God saw your kindness, it wasn't just a good deed to be filed away as another tick on a checklist. It was a moment where his heart resonated with yours. The joy he felt wasn't about the action itself, but about the purity that you were embodying, a purity so real that it was a reflection of divine essence itself. God has seen many acts of kindness, but there's something profoundly special about your kindness. It's genuine. And that's why your act caught his attention. It's easy for people to give when there's something in it for them. It's easy to help when there's a reward, a recognition, or some external validation. But when kindness flows naturally, without a second thought, without consideration for self-interest, it transcends the human realm and reaches directly into the divine. And in that moment, as you extended kindness without expectation, God saw the purity of your essence, and he couldn't help but laugh with joy. It was like witnessing a child who spontaneously embodies all the values that parents strive to teach without any external prompting. That's the joy God feels, a joy so deep it vibrates through the heavens. Now, I want you to understand why this is so monumental. Because you see, your kindness didn't just bring joy to God. It changed something. It shifted the very fabric of your spiritual existence. It was a cosmic confirmation that your essence remains untainted by the world's cruelty. And this is where things get even more extraordinary, this purity, this authenticity that you've preserved through all of life's challenges left the devil speechless. Yes, the devil, the eternal accuser who, as documented in scriptures, spends his existence accusing humanity before the divine throne. He is the prosecutor, pointing out every flaw, every imperfection, every weakness, and every sin. His job is to find fault, to reveal corruption, to challenge the righteousness of souls. In the book of Job, we see the devil accusing Job of being righteous only because he had everything he wanted. In Zechariah 3, the devil accuses the high priest Joshua of his sins and unworthiness. And in Revelation 12, we're told that he accuses the faithful day and night before God. This is what the devil does. He accuses, he judges, he critiques. His nature is to point out flaws, to reveal what's wrong with humanity, to call attention to every weakness. But on the day when God laughed at your kindness, something extraordinary happened. The devil, who never rests, who never stops accusing, had nothing to say. For the first time in the history of the cosmos, the accuser fell silent. No words came from his mouth. For the first time, he had no argument, no accusations, no criticisms. He couldn't challenge the authenticity of your soul because the purity you demonstrated in that moment was beyond reproach. In that instant, the devil was left speechless. Why is this so significant? Because it establishes something called absolute justification. This concept, though not often discussed, is a deeply spiritual truth. It's when your soul is so aligned with divine goodness, so pure, so authentically good, that even the most persistent, relentless accuser in the universe cannot find a single flaw in you. This doesn't mean that you are perfect, but it means that your essence is so connected to the divine that nothing can challenge it. The devil, who spends his existence pointing out every flaw in humanity, had no accusations to make against you. And that, my friend, is a powerful moment in the spiritual realm. It's a moment that's been recorded not just in heavenly archives, but in the hearts of the angels who witnessed it. When the devil, the eternal accuser, is rendered speechless, it signifies something monumental. It means that your soul is not just good, it's pure. And when that purity is confirmed, it activates a new level of protection, a new layer of divine favor that shields you from spiritual harm. This is where things start to shift in your life in ways you might not even recognize yet. You see, when the devil is left with no accusations, when he can't find any weakness to exploit it, activates something called spiritual immunity. This isn't just a metaphorical or symbolic victory. It's a real, tangible force that begins to manifest in your life. Spiritual immunity means that you are protected from the forces of darkness. The negative energy that's been directed toward you, the curses, the envy, the spiritual attacks, they all lose their power. It's like trying to stain light with darkness. Darkness isn't a substance that can mix with light. It's the absence of light. And when your essence is pure, when your spirit resonates with divine goodness, darkness has nothing to cling to. It simply cannot affect you. It's repelled by your very nature. But that's not all. There are deeper, more practical consequences of this cosmic victory. The moment the devil was silenced, the archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel received their assignments. These celestial beings who oversee protection messages, healing, and wisdom were all tasked with ensuring that you are divinely supported. Archangel Michael, the celestial warrior, was assigned to protect you from any spiritual attack, neutralizing threats before they even reach you. Raphael, the healer, is working on your emotional and physical well-being, helping to heal deep wounds and ease the pain you've carried for so long. Gabriel, the divine messenger, is ensuring that you receive the guidance and revelations you need at just the right time, while Uriel, the keeper of wisdom, is illuminating your mind, giving you clarity in critical moments. These celestial assignments are not mere metaphors. They are real spiritual forces that are actively at work in your life right now. The silence of the devil before the divine throne didn't just mark a spiritual victory, it activated divine protections and blessings that are already beginning to manifest. Dangerous situations that could have harmed you are resolving in unexpected ways. Toxic people are losing interest in causing you harm. Financial opportunities that seemed out of reach are beginning to appear, and that deep sense of peace you've been craving, it's starting to settle in. The healing that seemed impossible is already underway. But here's the most exciting part. This isn't the end of your story, far from it. The victory of divine joy, the silence of the devil, and the protection of the archangels are just the beginning. You see, the purity of your soul is not just a gift for you, it's a gift for the world. Your kindness, your unwavering goodness is a powerful force that is being used to bring healing light and transformation to the world around you. So as you move forward in life, remember this: you are no longer just an individual living in the world. You are a chosen one, someone whose authenticity and purity have the power to shift not only your life, but the spiritual balance of the entire world. And as we continue, I'll show you how this transformation is just beginning to unfold in your life, in ways that will change everything. As we bring this extraordinary story to a close, I want you to take a moment and reflect on the enormity of what has been revealed to you. The life you're living, the small acts of kindness you may have brushed off as insignificant, are not just moments in time. They are the building blocks of something far larger, something divine. You are a living, breathing conduit of cosmic energy, an energy that has the power to bring joy to the heavens and silence the accuser who has tried to bring you down for years. But more than that, I want you to recognize something truly powerful. You have been chosen. Chosen not because you are better than anyone else, but because of the purity you have maintained, despite all the obstacles, betrayals, and heartbreaks. Your kindness, that spontaneous, uncalculated, untainted generosity, is a direct reflection of the divine essence within you. And in a world that constantly tests us, that constantly tries to corrupt the purity of our hearts, you have resisted. You have remained true. And now it's time to embrace that truth fully. You are no longer just a person navigating the complexities of life. You are a force of kindness, of light, of divine purpose. And as you step into this new chapter, you need to understand the gravity of the spiritual shift that has taken place within you. The laughter of God, the silence of the devil, and the assignment of the archangels are not mere symbols. They are real living energies that are now aligned with you, guiding you, and protecting you in ways that you can't yet fully comprehend. When the devil fell silent when he couldn't accuse you of anything, it marked the beginning of a new era in your life. This was not just divine acknowledgement, it was divine protection. The very forces of darkness that once sought to bring you down have now been thwarted. And in their place, there are new, higher spiritual forces that have been activated to help you, support you, and protect you. Every day you walk this earth, you are surrounded by these forces. Archangels watching over you, guiding you through life's challenges and obstacles. You are not alone. You are part of a celestial family that is helping you to manifest your greatest potential. But with this protection, this divine favor, comes great responsibility. The world around you will continue to test your purity. Life will continue to challenge you, to try and draw you into bitterness, cynicism, and doubt. But now, more than ever, you must remain steadfast. Because you are not just protecting your own soul anymore, you are a beacon of hope for others who are watching you. You are one of the last remaining souls whose light is strong enough to guide others toward their own authenticity, toward their own purity. And this, my friend, is where you come into your true purpose. You were born for this time, for this very moment in history. The world is at a crossroads. As we witness the collapse of old systems, as darkness attempts to seep into every corner of our lives, there are only a few souls who can stand as pillars of light. You are one of those souls. The purity you have maintained, the kindness you have shown despite everything that has tried to corrupt you, is now more important than ever. You are a part of something larger, a divine movement to shift the spiritual direction of humanity. The light that flows from you is not just for your own benefit, it's for the benefit of all those around you. Your actions, your kindness, your authenticity will ripple through the world in ways you cannot yet fully see. Every time you choose to be kind, every time you choose to forgive, to help, to love, you are casting a vote for a better, brighter future. You are, in a sense, participating in the spiritual election that will determine the course of humanity's evolution. Each act of kindness you perform is a vote for light, a vote for truth, a vote for the purity of the human soul. And just as you have been chosen, you are now tasked with recognizing that there are others out there, just like you souls, who have maintained their purity despite the world's attempts to corrupt them. These souls are scattered around the world, and you will find them. You will recognize them when the time comes. There is a divine network of chosen ones, those who have not given into the darkness, those whose kindness shines through despite everything. And when you find them, you will know. You will recognize their light because it will reflect your own. The moment you come together with other chosen ones, something powerful will happen. Together, you will create an energy field so strong that nothing can break it. The darkness that once seemed so pervasive will begin to recede, and a new world, a world based on purity, kindness, and divine love, will begin to emerge. And you, my friend, will be at the heart of it. But in the meantime, I want you to focus on your own journey. You must continue to nurture your purity. You must remain authentic in your kindness even when it feels like the world is pushing you to harden your heart. Your kindness is not weakness. It is strength. It is the kind of strength that the world cannot see, but the heavens recognize. It is the kind of strength that will allow you to endure through any trial, to face any challenge, and to emerge victorious every single time. You have already overcome so much. You have already faced trials that would have broken most people. But here you are standing strong, your heart still open, your soul still pure. That is no small feat. And it is exactly that, your ability to remain kind, to remain pure, that will continue to protect you and guide you in the years to come. You are a living testament to the power of divine love, to the truth that purity is not just a distant ideal, but something that can be embodied here and now. And as you move forward, know that this truth is being carried with you, that it is being amplified in every moment you continue to live in alignment with your highest self. Now I must leave you with one final message. The journey you are on is just beginning. The path ahead is filled with incredible blessings, opportunities, and divine alignment. You are not merely surviving in this world, you are thriving. You are becoming the person you were always meant to be. And as you step into that fullness, remember that you are never alone. You are supported by the entire heavenly realm, and you are part of a global movement of souls who are choosing to remain pure, choosing to shine brightly in a world that often tries to dim the light. So go forth with confidence, with love, and with kindness. You are a chosen one, and your journey is one of great significance. The world needs your light more than ever, and I know you will continue to shine brightly, not just for yourself, but for all those around you. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. You have been an integral part of this cosmic revelation, and I'm confident that what's coming next for you will be nothing short of extraordinary. As you walk the path ahead, may you continue to carry the purity of your heart with pride and courage, knowing that the divine forces are walking right beside you, ready to help you fulfill your divine purpose. Remember, you are not just a person. You are a force of light, a beacon of hope, and a chosen one whose kindness can change the world. Until we meet again, may your journey be filled with peace, love, and divine alignment. Farewell and take care.